welcome to the final part of the Princess and the Pauper Crochet Barbie inspired bag. Oh, such a tongue twister of a name. Today we are going to be working on this embroidered crown and finishing sewing the bag together. If you'd like to make the embroidered crown, continue watching this bit, but if you'd like to skip it, just fast forward in the video. Okay. For the pink bag, I'm using this bronzish light golden kind of color. And for the blue bag, I used yellow. So now I'm going through 4 stitches in between the rows of my double crochet, rows 1 and 2 to be precise. Now I'm inserting my hook 1 double crochet across in the row above to pull my yarn through. We are creating the last point on the crown right now. There will be 5 points. As you can see, it is a slight angle going upwards. Now I'm going to take that yarn and bring it up here. So I begin to make an acute angle. So I'm inserting my hook in between the double crochets of the row above that one, so on the 3rd row, so that I can pull it through for that acute angle. I'm sorry if this is kind of tricky, but just watch where my hands are moving and it will all make sense. So this right here in between those double crochets is the second to last point in our crown. I'm showing you that I'm going to now insert my hook for the second point on the crown on the opposite side, so basically in between 3 double crochets to the left. And I'm pulling the string through the center of where all points will meet. To make the first point, I'm pulling it through in between the 1st and 2nd row and through where the center point meets. Do you see? Now I have 4 of my points beginning to form. I truly apologize if how I'm explaining is difficult to interpret. Hopefully my hands clearly demonstrate the crown. So now I'm pulling that 4th string through the center back up to where our second to last point is. And now I'm going to define that point more by pulling it down and putting it through the bottom of the last point, so the bottom right edge of our crown. And where I'm pulling out is going to be the center once again. Okay, so to now define the middle point, in the double crochet in the 3rd row, I'm going to insert my hook in between it, right there, and pull my string through. My visual representation of where I pulled the string after is kind of blocked because I was so focused on it, but basically I pulled the string right to the second point. I pulled it out of where the second point is so I could define the second point and bring it back down to where the left bottom side of the crown will be. Now with it at the left bottom side, I'm pulling it up to the 1st point and right back down to the bottom left of the crown. Yay, so we have almost all of our points defined. Now we just need to define the bottom and finish this center point. So I'm going in from the center point and pulling through that bottom left of the crown. So when I pull it out, I can bring it right back down to the center. And I'm just gonna pull it through the center and bring it right back out to where the bottom left corner is. Now I'm just cutting my yarn so that I can cut the other side off since I know I have enough and whatnot. And now I'm just going to take that longer strand and pull it all the way across the 5 chains. Well, in between the rows of the 5 double crochet, I guess. When I fold it over, it makes the bottom of the crown form. So now we have just about all the elements and acute angles and points of our crown completed. So yay, you can adjust to how you like. Ta-da! So this is how the blue bag one turned out. It's a bit brighter. Anywho, onto the last bit, sewing the strap and the bag flap. So right now I'm just cutting a long strand of my pink yarn and I'm going to use my tapestry needle. But don't worry, I'm also going to show you how to just use your hook. Okay, so if you just saw, I put my tapestry needle through the center shell stitch of the bag flap, and now I'm putting it through the double crochet row on the bag in the center as well. I just aligned it. If you'd like the precise amount, you can count the amount of stitches on your flat side of the bag and then divide that number by 2, counting that half number towards the center so you get the right amount. But anyways, you see here, I'm just going back and forth sewing the bag and flaps. I just bonked my camera. But anyways, yeah, I'm just slowly going across. And then after I do a few, I'll tighten it. Okie dokie. So once you get to the little end where the bag begins to curve and you're at the end of the side, now I'm just angling my tapestry needle and putting it at a curved way, and I'm going to the center of my shell stitch once I get to the end, and then now I'm just going to tie a knot. Now for the other side of the flap, I'm going to show you how I just use my hook. So I'd pull my hook through each stitch, just weave it in between rows of double crochet, and now I'm just going back and forth. I'd say it's a bit slower than using a tapestry needle, but if you don't have one, it's completely fine. So it's honestly up to you. For some projects, I prefer using my hook, especially when I'm lacking the amount of yarn, because the amount of projects that I use yarn chicken on, you guys, a lot more than I should probably do. Anywho, once you get to the little edge part on this side, you're just gonna do the same thing, where you slowly go up and then just tie a knot with your yarn. Okay, so that's just about it with the flap. Congratulations! So now I'm just going to weave in my ends very speedily. I wish it was this fast in reality, but oh well. Yeah, I'm just tucking it right where the seams are, so if they did come undone a little bit, you wouldn't really see it. Okay, now for this strap, it's up to you how you would like to tie it on. How I tied it on was just by tying bows. So you see on the blue bag here, I used white bows. And I tucked in the light pink yarn, the velvet light pink yarn, ribbon, sorry, that I had used. Now for this one, I'm just going to use the excess of my sheer ribbon and tie that into a little knot alongside some little chained bows. Oh, and to add the ribbon and chains, all I did was just pull through the halfway point on both sides of my bags. Okay, so I decided to use the bronze goldish kind of colored yarn for the chains, and I believe I chained 50 for each of these sides. It's up to you the length you want, whether you prefer longer bows or shorter bows, but yeah, I wish I also chained that quickly. So yeah, I'm just tying the cute little bows, and then I chained a few extra because I wanted it a tad bit longer once I put it on. But anyways, do that on both sides, and guess what? You're done. Woo woo! Congratulations on completing. I apologize as well for how late this video was. I hope you enjoyed. Please share with me your Princess in the Pauper bags. I'm so happy I got to create this with you. Have an amazing day. Okay, peace out.